guy who grew up on the North Shore of Massachusetts, I've always had roast beef running through my blood, and today we are visiting one of the OGs of the roast beef game, Bill and Bob's. Bill and Bob's has been serving hungry customers for lunch, dinner, and late night for decades. There are 3 Bill and Bob's locations: Woburn, Peabody, and this one in Salem, Massachusetts. It all started with a gentleman named Nandis Laganakis. He emigrated from Greece back in the 1960s, and it was his dream to open his own restaurant. Today, Bill and Bob's is run by the next generation of the family, Angelo, Maria, and Valerie. They are always here. The roast beef sandwich as you know it today was invented at Kelly's Roast Beef on Revere Beach back in the 1950s. Bill and Bob's came about a few years later, making them one of the original roast beef joints. The roast beef sandwiches they serve today are the same way Nandis was doing it back in the 60s. This is all about high quality meat cooked low and slow and sliced super thin and piled onto that bread hot and ready to go. So this is the sandwich that made Bill and Bob's famous, the Super Beef 3-Way. That's sauce, cheese, and mayo. So this is what you want your beef to look like. The nice toasted onion roll on top, an absolute pile of that rosy red beef, a smothering in that famous James River barbecue sauce, and just a little bit of mayo on the top. And of course, cheese on the bottom. The question is, can I eat this without ruining my shirt? There's only one way to find out. We're gonna need some extra napkins here, folks. Here's the interesting thing about James River barbecue sauce. If it weren't for the founder of Bill and Bob's, you wouldn't have that sauce that we all love today. When Nandis started serving roast beef sandwiches, he wanted to find the perfect sauce, and he found what he liked, James River barbecue sauce. But he thought it needed a little tweaking. So we actually drove down to Virginia, met with the company, he tweaked the recipe. So the founder of Bill and Bob's Roast Beef is the guy that actually perfected the James River barbecue sauce recipe. I want to say thank you to Nandis. You are a culinary icon, my friend. If you don't have the appetite for a super beef, get something a little smaller and go for the junior beef. It's served on a hamburger bun. I still recommend getting it 3-way. It's like an appetizer beef. If I'm hitting the drive-thru here, I always get a super beef and a junior beef because I eat the junior beef in the car on my way home. And then once I get home, then it's a full party with a full-size super beef. Obviously, roast beef sandwiches are the #1 seller here. The second most popular sandwich is the pastrami. This is beautiful, fresh sliced pastrami, has that nice peppery bite. They cook it on the griddle to get it nice and hot and a little caramelized around the edges. Piled on high, lettuce, tomato, definitely needs some mustard on the pastrami as well. So everything's just kind of working all together. That's a pastrami sandwich done right. If you're looking for a good side, they have all kinds of fried stuff. They have onion rings, mac and cheese bites, pizza rolls, broccoli bites. Basically, if you can fry it and it's not good for you, they have it on the Bill and Bob's menu. I think the perfect side with a roast beef sandwich is onion rings. They are big, lightly battered, and they are fried to order. They come out super hot, super crispy, golden brown. That is a delicious onion ring. Obviously, this isn't a Chinese restaurant, and yet egg rolls are one of their biggest sellers. People love the steak and cheese egg rolls. The spinach egg roll is very popular. #1 seller is definitely the pizza roll. I don't know what it is about the North Shore. We're the only place in the world that makes roast beef sandwiches like this, and we're the only place that on the side, we serve something called pizza rolls. These are homemade, hand-rolled egg rolls, super crispy, crunchy on the outside. On the inside, basically everything you like about pizza. You got some melted cheese, you got some tomato sauce, all jammed in there, and they come out piping hot. Hot. It's very crunchy, it's very hot, it's very cheesy, but it's very, very delicious. Obviously, the menu at Bill and Bob's is not exactly the healthiest food out there, but here's the thing, they make one heck of a Greek salad. You have all your typical ingredients, your They don't really have dessert here, but they do have milkshakes. You can get chocolate, vanilla, coffee. My personal favorite shake is the black raspberry. It's smooth, it's rich, it's sweet, and you can get a 32-ounce shake, and they make it for you in seconds. Here in their Salem store, 80% of their business is at the drive-thru, and a majority of their business happens well after 10 o'clock at night. They get you your food fast, they make it fresh, and it is always super affordable. So for lunch to late night, you can get your beef on at Bill & Bob's. Yo, can we get some extra napkins? Thank you.